sit as husband and what? Wife, after passing through all the procedures recognized for such institution. So now any person, provided you are okay, you have the instinct for the opposite sex. If you are seated here and you don't have the feeling for the opposite sex, you need checkup. If you are a sister seated here and you don't have the emotion, the feeling for the opposite sex, you are not well. Is it clear? So who will not get married here? Show by hand. Among the sisters, who will not get married? So the first thing you need to appreciate in selecting, quiet. The first thing to consider in selecting your partner is for you to understand what marriage is. And what is the first point I mentioned in understanding marriage? Yes. Marriage is what?
Human instinct.
Talk, man. Marriage is
Human instinct.
human instinct. What does it mean? It's natural for you to have feelings for the opposite sex. So what it means is, if you are going to accept a proposal, the proposal should be based on what? Listen to what I said. Allah created for you your partner, right? And I mentioned before you accept a proposal, before you give out your consent to accept any proposal, there is the need for you to understand marriage. And I mentioned in understanding marriage, what is the first thing that you need to appreciate? Yes, marriage is what? A human instinct. So if you are going to accept a proposal, what should you base before accepting the proposal? Oh, you are making the discussion boring. Yes. Very simple. So what it means is, what you love is what you need to accept. That is the first thing. Is it clear? So who mentioned the beauty? I think she mentioned the man should be handsome. Must be handsome. Somebody also here mentioned. You also mentioned. So you realize we are heading towards choosing the right partner. The second one. Marriage is also a religious obligation. Marriage is also what? So what is the second thing you consider in proposing? Oh, yes. Which one should be first among the two? This is where the confusion goes. Please listen. Let me go over again. We've given some misconceptions regarding marriage. The next one is, we mentioned in selecting a partner, you need to select the one that Allah created for you, right? That is making a right choice. And in making the best choice, what is the first thing that you need to consider? Consider what marriage is. And we started by saying marriage is a what? Natural or human instinct. Meaning Allah created us to have feelings for the opposite sex. So in choosing a partner, that Allah mentioned, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. What is the first thing? You need to consider that instinct. So there should be that bond. You love that person. That is the first. And the second one is what? Religious obligation. So which of the two is the most important? So now, she mentioned religion. I'm going to ask you this question. You met a guy. He is the imam of that society you belong to. He is the al-ramma. He is everything. He has the religion. But the facial appearance is not your match. Will you marry him or not? Then what prevented you from marrying him? Is it the appearance or the religion? Then why did you say religion first? And because then what you didn't get my question. Listen, I mentioned marriage is a natural instinct. The second one, marriage is a religious obligation. So in accepting a proposal, in proposing, quiet, your tea will get to quiet, sit upright. And wake him up. Now, one leader Tashi Kwana. Okay. Now, listen to my question very well. In selecting a partner, you consider the instinct, that is the love, considering your specs, your facial, your qualities, whatever. The second one is consider marriage as a religious obligation. So in choosing a partner, which one should be the priority, which one should be first? That does not mean the second one is not to be considered. So which one should be your priority?
The religion.
The religion. The religion should be the most important. First.
Yes, first.
Okay. So now, you meet the person with the religion. Is that clear? But the person doesn't fit your quality, your spec. Will you marry the person?
Question mark.
Don't let him answer. I want him to answer. Explain. Yes.
They are all important, but the most important one is the religion.
Uh-huh.
So this is the case, you meet him with the deen.
Very good.
But the beauty is not there. You can't marry him. But you may meet someone
Okay.
who is having both. But with the both, what I want to mean is
What you want to mean is
the most important one is the religion. That does not mean you ignore the beauty.
So I asked the question. The religion is there,
Yes.
but you realize that the beauty, the specs, the body, the whatever, doesn't meet your standard. Will you marry the person or not? Then what is preventing you from marrying that person? Because the deal is there. You mentioned that is the most important.
Yes, it is the most important one. It being important does not mean you should marry. That what I mean.
So which should be the first to consider?
Because you can meet someone who is beauty,
Very good.
beauty, and
Very good.
handsome, but there's no religion. He
So
may-
now why are you not marrying the
he
person?
may lead you
Because of the deed, right?
The deed.
Very good, but you consider the beauty first. However, if you get the deed, if you consider the deed to be the most important, please listen to this psychology. If you consider the deed to be the priority, the person has the deed, but doesn't meet your spec. Now, are you ignoring the person because of religion or because of beauty? Because of beauty, then what it means is you consider the beauty over religion then. So what it means is the priority should be which? Which one should be first before you move to the second?
the religion.
Human instinct. The reason is, after the human instinct, that does not mean you are marrying that person. Then you go to the second one, which is what? The religion. So if you meet somebody who is beautiful, handsome, but without the deed, will you marry the person or not? No, right? Now why are you not marrying the person? Because he lacks the deed. But if it is the first one, you consider the deed. The person has the deed, but you realize he doesn't meet your quality or spec. You ignore him because of the spec, meaning you don't value your religion. So which should be first to be considered? The beauty first, then you move. Oh, the person is handsome. This is my spec. I love you. Then you go to the second. If you realize that the person doesn't have the deed, are you ignoring based on beauty or based on deed? So it means you recognize the deed more than the handsome or the what? The beauty. Is the psychology okay? Get up. Come. Let's use practical example. You see, my handsome guy, he's also tall, fair, is that clear? So, when we go from Okes, when he's from Okes, please, I want you to appreciate, please pay attention. Don't get confused. So, what is the first thing you see in him? Please tell me. What is the first thing you easily see in this person? Wait. Yes. What it means is you are looking at his what? Appearance. Can you see his deed? So I want to make you get closer to him. The appearance. So when you get to him, after the appearance, that is when you get to know his deed. Sit down. What of if you was the opposite. The person know handsome. The person know your taste. Will you get closer to him to know his deed? So what is the first thing considered in selecting a partner? Finished. So what is marriage? Marriage is based on what? Appearance. The reason is, no matter how angry you are, when you enter the room and you see your partner, you forget of that anger. How do you forget that anger? With that appearance. Are you getting the clue? It will get to the point. The anger